Thanks for tuning in to Air Show. It's Cantu coming at you with another report on a crazy incident that went down yesterday with TBE, Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather gets punked by Jake Paul. Are you serious? This is 2021, people. Stay tuned. Wow. So here's a story, people. Jake Paul, man. This guy's 3-0, 3 knockouts. He's a YouTube star. He used to be on the Disney Channel. I mean, this guy really has no business being in the sport of boxing. He goes straight up to Floyd Mayweather, the best ever, pound for pound great. He takes his hat, unties his shoe at their press conference. Floyd Mayweather's going to take on Jake Paul's older brother, Logan Paul, who's 0-1 as a pro. He lost to KSI. And there's something to be said about this new wave of boxing. You know, these YouTubers have made the whole boxing world shook up. It's crazy because nobody even knew who this guy Jake Paul was a couple years ago. And, you know, unless you're watching the Disney Channel or you're following his YouTube channel. But this guy came out of nowhere, and it happens he can fight, man. And he ended up knocking out Ben Askren, an MMA fighter, a couple weeks ago on a pay-per-view that apparently sold 1.5 million. So Jake Paul is a YouTube star who has a lot of followers that are willing to pay for his fights no matter who he steps in the ring with. Floyd Mayweather is a retired great who's been part of a circus situation. You know, he goes and fights this no-name Japanese fighter named Tenshin back in New Year's Eve of 2020, and actually that was New Year's Eve of 2019. So Floyd Mayweather has been going in these exhibition bouts, and he's going to take on Logan Paul, which is one of the Paul brothers. So they're at their press conference in Miami yesterday. Everything gets heated. Jake Paul goes up and approaches Floyd Mayweather and takes his cap. No cap. He took his cap, and then Floyd was left without a hat, bro. Look at Floyd, bro. Oh my goodness, dude. You can't even make this stuff up. Floyd Mayweather, look at him right there, bro. Does that look like the greatest ever? Man, I love Floyd, man. Honestly, you know, I like Floyd because I asked him a couple questions in the media scrum, and he was cool enough to answer him. So when it comes to me and Floyd, I like Floyd. I think he's cool. But, bro, what is he doing out here? Man, that's crazy how the dude Jake Paul got under his skin like that, man. You know, Floyd is just, at the end of the day, Floyd's just, you know, he could fight, bro. So his instincts just came in, and basically Floyd Mayweather got so heated that Jake Paul took his hat, that his security just pounced over Jake Paul, and it started to turn into kind of a mosh pit of just media members and Floyd security, and Floyd just going around screaming how he was going to hurt Jake Paul, and it definitely affected Floyd Mayweather, to say the least. And man, this dude Jake Paul is a savage, bro. Man, I love what he's doing in the sport, but you know, he look at Floyd Mayweather right there. Bro, he disrespected Floyd. And you know why it's cool right now? Because this dude, Jake Paul, he's just going for it, bro. So you got to respect that. And the man could fight, too. You know, he could fight. But, look, part of the reason why some people are, like, laughing at this and think this is entertaining is because at the end of the day, there was a lot of, like, people and, you know, Floyd was maneuvering his career from, you know, not the hottest smoke, man. We wanted to see fights we couldn't get when he was, you know, at the top. And he was basically controlling the chessboard, which was well within his right. But you got a lot of fans out here who, you know, they didn't respect that, man. So, like, when this dude, Jake Paul, comes out and takes Floyd's cap and just disrespects him like that, like, you would never see this. And it's just like, man, all the haters of Floyd Mayweather right now are probably just like ecstatic, basically. And you know, I just think it was a circus, man. I think it was a hilarious situation that happened yesterday in Miami, and you know, they have a potential to make some big money because they stirred enough of the craziness in this little press conference. And dare I say, Floyd better be careful, man, because, you know, I'm sure he still has his reflexes and his speed and stuff, but you don't want to be there's weight divisions for a reason. You don't want to be messing with guys who are naturally walking around at like 205, you know, and can punch. Jake Paul he could punch, bro. I'm not gonna sit here and say he's gonna beat Floyd Mayweather if they fight. You know, I'm not going to sit here and say Jake Paul's going to beat him. But Jake Paul can punch, bro, and he's only developing. So, I just think this is crazy. It's only going to give more pay-per-view buys for the Logan Paul-Floyd Mayweather fight, which is what this whole promotion was about. But they were in Miami, and Floyd... Bro, Floyd basically got capped, man. Like, he got capped. Jake Paul kind of made him look like a fool, honestly. He really did. And he just straight disrespected Floyd Mayweather straight away. And Jake Paul, man, I'm a big fan of Jake Paul, man, because he represents me. He represents what I represent. He's a YouTuber. He boxes. He's unapologetic about his vibe. And you know what? We need more of that. We need more of that creativity, that more creative freedom, and that's what new media is about. And that's why some people who have platforms, you know, they're able to make videos and content like this and say, you know what, Jake Paul, he's a savage, and I think what he's doing is great for the sport of boxing, even though he disrespected arguably the face of boxing, the greatest of all time. You know, let's see the fight then. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are uncharted territories we never seen, you know. This is stuff you write about in comic books and stuff. So I'm all for it, you know. I think it's great entertainment. And Jake Paul, whoever he fights next, you know it's going to sell. So at the end of the day, people are going to watch. Floyd Mayweather against Logan Paul, I think Floyd's going to look slick. And I don't think Logan's going to be able to touch him, man. And that's just what it is. But I believe that Jake Paul is the better boxer and the better potential of the two Paul brothers. So I think the Jake Paul versus Floyd Mayweather fight, I think that's a bigger fight than the Logan Paul fight. And just a hilarious incident yesterday, and man, I can't wait to see what's next. You know, this is uncharted territories because it's at the end of the day, it's exhibition fighting, but you know, these are great influencers in the media, and you know, both the Paul brothers have like a huge social media influence, YouTube influence, and it's crazy because I'm starting to get in shape, and I'm getting excited. I'm trying to see if I could get me a couple fights so I could get a fight. You know what I'm saying? I'm a YouTuber too. Let's go. It's your boy Young Cantu signing off. Stay tuned.